Aha. Right. Okay. Let me put something on there so I can see where I'm at. Get me mic. Oh. Aha. Right, so good morning everybody. I'm just, that's better. Just seeing where my central point is. I might make you a bit dizzy because I'm going to move the iPad a bit, move it up, try and get a bit more, so good morning Maz, good morning Cheryl, oh morning Kim, oh bless you, I hope everything's going okay. Right, let's see how that is. Right, I'm just going to see where let's get that out the way. I don't want to see all my mess. Oh, good. That's good news, Kim. Right, okay. I think we've got a little bit more room here now. So I'll just give it another sort of 30 seconds just in case anybody else wants to join in. But basically today I'm going to be going through, oh, morning Doreen, morning Lynn, morning Julia. Oh yeah, that's no worries Doreen, it's the live isn't going anywhere, it will just sit in the group, so just catch up at your leisure. Yes, Maz, I thought I'd put the, in fact it was the first one that come to hand, but yes, beautiful bright colours. It is a very sunny morning here today, it's gorgeous, and it's not too hot, which is how I like it. Oh, morning Archangel. Right, just have a slug of water. That's it. Right, so this is just going through all the design team samples from our show last week, which went very well. Thank you everybody that ordered. All the orders have now gone, apart from about 4 that have literally just come in. So everything has gone, even everything that wasn't meant to be going until the 7th of July has gone. So morning Sonia. So you should be receiving them within the next day or so. They all went out or Hermes as I like to call them, yesterday. The last lot that was all the extended delivery stuff, so that all went, all the normal sort of standard stuff all went last week. So we started work at 4 o'clock in the morning each day last week because it was so warm, so we wanted to get as much done as possible before it got too hot to work out there. But we did it and it was good, it went well. Right, so I'm going to go through all the different samples and try and show you a bit closer of some of the various different bindings that the design team have done, because when you get your book kits you obviously want a little bit of inspiration. Of course this live will remain in the group, so you can refer back. I won't be showing you exactly how they've done each one because I'll be here all day, but I'll be able to show you the, you know, more of a close-up of the different ways of binding that the girls and guys have done in the team. And then, as I say, it'll give you some inspiration for doing your own books. This particular one here, which I've just chucked on the desk, this is the one that I did on screen, which I finished off. This is the A5 binder, which has got the ring mech in it. And all I did for this was I just cut up some, well, I didn't even have to cut them because we sell offcuts. We've got bags of offcuts that we sell on the shop, and they're just basically nearly all of them are the 2.25 Greyboard, and they're very often squares and rectangles and things, and they're ideal if you want to create this kind of thing on any of your projects. They're ideal. Oh, brilliant. Thank you, Art Angel. That's fabulous. Yes, the offcuts are very useful, Kim. They're useful for all sorts of things. The Greyboard isn't difficult to cut either, so if it's not quite the right size, you can actually cut it. And yeah, I do highly recommend. We don't sell rubbish offcuts. Sometimes you see offcuts for sale which just look like they're the sweepings off the floor. We don't do that. We throw those bits away. We literally just sell useful shapes, which, as I say, are generally rectangles, squares, circles, that kind of thing. Yeah, so yeah, you'll always be able to use all of them. They're also very good for if you get some of the same size, which does sometimes happen, or you can cut them down to the same size. They're great for making very little tiny micro mini books as well, which is a lot of fun. So okay, right, so anyway, this is the A5 binder that I did. So that was that. You saw how I did that on the show. So that's to show you what you can do with the offcuts. That's that one. Right, so I'll just do my other one before we go on to the team. This is the other A5 binder that I did, and that's got all the A5 templates in it. Again, I used a bigger piece of board here. Yes, Julia, you need some offcuts. This is a bigger piece of board. This is what I covered with those fabulous papers that we put on from Crafty Individuals. And then this is a great example of those lovely stamps from Chocolate Baroque, which they work so beautifully with the papers. I can only say get them if you get the stamps. I know the papers went out of stock, but certainly get the stamps because they work so well. If you can't get them off of Hochanda, Create and Craft, as they're known now, you can of course get them direct from Leslie at Chocolate Baroque. So that's that. These are our little butterfly and a dragonfly and bee sets that we sell on the site. And then again, I just added another panel on the back. Now, this is a really chunky, nice A5 binder because you've added the panels and things. It really gives it a good weight. It's great. You know, you don't have to have everything in MDF. Greyboard is pretty resilient and pretty tough. Right. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Angela. Right, inside this one you can see it's going to be quite difficult to show you exactly the whole thing of these because they're quite large, but these are the templates, the A5 templates, and I've literally done something with all of them here just to show you what you can do with them. We've got quite a lot of samples of these. I won't show you those today because they were actually from another show. But if you pop onto our YouTube channel, there's lots and lots of YouTube videos on how to use these templates. So if you did order those and you're not sure what to do with them, then definitely go to our YouTube channel and have a look there. There's loads on there. Don't ever be afraid to ask in here if you got any questions, because somebody will always pop along and help. So that's just to show you those and what they're all about. So that's that. Right, so let me just pop that out of the way. Now, let's get this now. I've got to try and remember who made all of these. Now, I know some of the DT are watching, so if I can't remember, they might remember and they might be able to shout for me. This one was from Bernadette. No, it wasn't. It's from Fiona. Look, got that completely wrong. It's a good job Fiona had her name in there. So this is the, oh crikey, this would be the A6 size of our sets of books. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll try and get one of each out. So you can just, that's the same, so you can just see the difference in the sizes. Now, I'm sure you're all familiar with A-sized stuff. So obviously we all know A4 is your standard paper size. Let me just get an A4 sheet of paper. There. So that's your standard paper size. Now, these books take A5 down to A9. So A5, A6, A7, A8, A9. And basically they are slightly bigger than. So when you sort your pages out, they will get, you'll have a nice little gap around. I'm just trying to see if I've got something in here which has actually got proper size paper in it. The girls and guys have done such an amazing job of doing some beautiful inserts. I'm not sure if I've got one. Ah, here we go. That's one I did. Right, so if you look at this one, let me just undo that. This is the A5, A6 size, and these pieces in here are literally, they're cut down to they're going to be a A5 size, I think. No, sorry, this is right. Okay, so that's the A6. A5, A6, this is A7, right? So these bits of paper, before they're folded in half, are cut to A6 size. And then when you fold them in half, each area is A7. And as you can see, they fit in so you've got a nice border around, okay? Oh, hi, Margaret. So they're not all sort of sticking out the sides. So that is forgiving, because it means if you don't quite bind them straight or they're a little bit wibbly wobbly inside, they're not going to be all sticking out the side of your book. Okay, so all of these, although they're described as A5, A6, A7, etc., they are just a little oversized, so to fit your pages properly. The good thing about doing everything in A sizes is you don't have to do any measuring. We've done loads and loads of books over the years, and you've always had to measure out your inserts, whereas with these you literally can fold your A4 pieces of paper and cut them, so you're folding it in half, and you know that, like for instance, that because you fold that in half and that becomes A5, that immediately fits in our A5 book, you see. So you don't have to do anything else. Don't have to measure, don't have to do anything. Exactly, our angel, yeah, no measuring at all. And then so on and so on. You can fold again and that will go into the next size book and what have you. And you can get so many things that, oh, morning Maxine. You can get so many lovely papers that are all in A4 size. So you can get double-sided ones and all sorts. So you've got lots and lots of scope there. Excuse me while I have a sip of my tea. So, while I've got these ones out, let's go through these with you. I was going to do that one first, wasn't I? So this is Fiona's. Now, what Fiona has done here is she's bound her book. So she's obviously used the construction tape to bind the spine within. If you watch the show, I did show you how to do that. There's also, I've also got a video that I uploaded to YouTube a couple of weeks ago, which does show you how to do this, and it also shows you how to do the simple sewing of the signatures. So it was done as a live on another group, so you've got all your live chit chat on it, but you can fast forward it to the bits, you know, that you need to see. But it does show you how to use the spines with the holes, so you can do all your sewing and stuff. Now, so do check that out. That's on our YouTube channel. Right, now this one by Fiona is literally, she has cut some pieces of black card which she's stuck together. Well, they're in a concertina, so she's either stuck them, yeah, she's stuck them together. I can see in some places she has. She's created this concertina effect, and obviously then decorated each page front and back. And as you can see, it's literally just glued into the front cover like this. So, and you can add and make it as long as you like. And then when you fold this up, it just all sits very nicely in there. I'm just going to let this catch up so I can see that you're seeing everything. I hope so. Yeah. Oh yeah, pretty much, near enough. So really, really simple way, and you're making a wonderful book with it. So that's one idea. Let me put that there. Right. We've got, this was Julia's. I'm pretty sure this was Julia's. I think Julia's watching, so shout, Julia, if it's yours. I'm pretty sure it was yours. This is lovely. You can see that the ribbon has been inserted under the cover, so that keeps that on nicely. And then what Julia has done, I mean, this is just beautiful. It's a work of art. It really is. Here, this is one of the signatures. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 pages to the signature, okay, which are obviously A4 size roughly to start with, folded in half. And then Julia has literally just taken string, there is glued as well, I can see, but she's taken string and wrapped that literally just around the spine, so there is no sewing involved at all. And she has done this with it looks like there are 1, 2, 3, 4 signatures in total. So it's just, I mean, look at all these pages that you can get in one book. You know, this is just in the A5 size book, and you've got all these pages. Thank you, Julia. I thought it was yours. It's just amazing, and there's all these little extra bits and pieces here. It just goes to prove what you can do with these books, and how you can create the most amazing pages. And again, you don't have to sew. This is just string that's been wrapped around. It's absolutely beautiful, Julia. It really is. I mean, I was blown away by all the samples that came. It's like Christmas here when the samples get sent through. And then Julia's wrapped some fabric over so that it actually covers up all the string anyway, which you don't have to do. It's up to you, but it just finishes it off beautifully. It really is. So that's one of Julia's samples. Right, this one I think was Nikki's. I think she has bound it. Let me. Oh, bless you. Oh, didn't you, Jan? Never mind. Don't worry. Nice to see you. Oh, Jan. Oh, another Jan. Hi, Jan. Right. So this one, I think it's been done by, I'm pretty sure Nikki did this one, because she uses a lot of these lovely little elements. Now, what Nikki's done, which is really interesting, that for a start, the pages are really quite small. They're different size. It doesn't matter, you know, because it actually looks lovely even with small pages. So you don't have to do the actual, you know, A-sized pages in there. You can just use your offcuts of papers. You know, these are tiny bits of paper really that you would normally think, oh, I'll throw those in the bin. And they're really useful to put in these books. What Nikki has done is she hasn't used all the holes in the spine. Bye, Doreen. She hasn't used all the holes. She's just used 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom, which it looks to me like she's punched those herself, which is fine because there is room to do that. I don't know if I've actually got one that length sitting around here to show you, but you can see from a shorter one, you can see that there is room to just punch in a hole top and bottom quite close to the end if you need to. So, and a crocodile will go through the board quite easily, so it's very simple. So yeah, so she's just punched 2 holes top and bottom and then literally just wrapped some string through like that to hold those in place, and it's just lovely, it's adorable. And then obviously use some of our little minis and things to decorate. So that's another one. I've got a lot to go through, so I'll try not to spend hours on each one. This is another one. I'm pretty sure this is Julia again. Again, Julia again has done with cotton this time. She's just wrapped around the spine like that. Again, covered with this beautiful lace decoration. But again, you can see this is just like text from a you know, pages from a book, and it's been distressed with inks or whatever, tea stained or whatever you do to distress your pages. And there's again all sorts of little sort of offcuts of paper that can go in there, and it just really makes it look beautiful. It really does. Lots of little added details. It's fabulous. So that's that one. Then we've got another one. I think this is Julia. Now this is the A7, I think A7 size. The same binding again. I mean, it just works so well. It really does. And again, this is a lovely chunky little book. It's gorgeous. Again, lovely lace on the spine. And then very similar to the large one, it's just completely filled with lots of little elements, and it's very, very beautiful, and it feels nice and solid and chunky. So that's that one. I mean, this is just all done with black card, and then you can, or there are some papers as well, but there's black card there and just elements stuck on, and it's very simple but very, very effective and really, really beautiful. Oh, okay, Jan, no worries. I know all about low batteries. I suffer with that all the time. Right, so yeah, so that's that one. Again, the ribbon has been put underneath the cover, so it's a great way of holding that on there. So that's that. Right, this one I think is, I believe, is Art Angel. Okay, I think she's watching, so if it is yours, do shout. This has been done, you would have got probably an extra couple of sets of holes in this one, but Art Angel's only used 3 sets, and you only need 2. This is the beauty of it. You don't have to use all of the holes that are there. They're there if you need them. Thank you, Art Angel. That's brilliant. And what Art Angel has done here is, this is beautiful, like chunky, like almost like watercolor paper. So it would make a fabulous art journal. Really, really lovely. And you can see that she's just used the 3 holes with this lovely gold thread. And even, you see, normally a lot of people think, oh, I need to, see you later, Angela. A lot of people would think that you have to try and hide your knots and things. but you don't. I mean, there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. That just really goes with it. To have that knot there in the middle on each set of signature is lovely. So that's that one. Very, very nice. I mean, it's all very lovely finished, beautiful, beautiful cover. And very, again, nice and simple. You haven't got to worry about too much sewing. You know, it's not too fiddly. So that's that one. This one I think is Bernadette. Let me just have another slurp of tea. Oh, it's cotton rag, is it? Oh, Angel, okay. I don't know my papers that well, so yeah, brilliant. Okay, so if anybody needs to check out what that paper is, it's cotton rag. Right, again, Bernadette. Now, what I love about this one, just to go to the binding first of all, she's only decided to use 2 rather than all 3 of the rows of binding holes, and again she's only used the ones top and bottom. So I need to move over a bit. I'm a bit out of screen. Again, you don't have to use all the holes. It's not necessary. What I love about this is it's all the pages are just sort of random, different sized bits and pieces added in. You don't have to have the same size pages at all. You know, you just don't need to. It looks lovely when you've got all different sizes, even to the point where it's actually sticking out the front of the book. It gives it a lovely feel. It really does. And I love all this sort of like this vintage look to this. Really, really beautiful book. So again, as I say, you don't need to use all the holes. You don't need to use the same size pages. You can use all of your sort of offcuts and everything else, and just have fun with them, really. So that's that one. Right, this one I think is Nikki. Again, I mean, this is beautiful. This detail here, just to add these bits in here, are lovely. And I love this that she's done. She's added this little handle there, which is just lovely. It really is. One of our butterflies on the front, and then this very sort of textured and rustic. And then when we look inside, again, the pages don't have to be a perfect fit. This looks lovely just being slightly smaller than it needs to. It's absolutely fine. And she's kind of made up like 2 little books inside with your blank pages, and just run the string through, just the holes top and bottom. So yet another way that you can, you know, present your books. And absolutely beautiful, really beautiful book. Right, so that's that one. Right, this one, this is Kim. You're such a clever man, Kim, you really are. I love this. This is been painted to make it look like an old book, and it looks like it's fire damaged. And what Kim has done is he's cut into the board and carved bits of the board away, which of course you can do with grey board. You can't do that with MDF, and it feels solid. You know, you only need to put a coat of matte varnish or something on your books, and they will feel absolutely lovely and solid. But this is just so clever. It really is. I love this. So when you're thinking about decorating your books, you don't have to leave the covers intact. You can run them through an embossing folder as well. Don't forget, that will give them extra texture. But try cutting into them and doing different things with them. And then what I like about this is Kim has got a pre-bought notebook in here. Because it's A-sized, all of your pre-bought notebooks will fit, and they'll fit in just right. So you don't even have to think about doing any kind of binding with this. You can literally go out and use any of your pre-bought notebooks and just use the covers to decorate your notebooks. And I just think that's fabulous. I love it, absolutely love it. I love this old feel to this. It's been bound with Hessian rather than construction tape, and you can see that through here, which just fabulous. Love it. So that's that. Right, another one by Kim. This one hasn't got anything in it, but it's been bound the same way. In fact, this gives you a better view of how it looks inside with the Hessian, and you can see how that's worked. And what Kim has done is he's put the spine on the inside, and then the Hessian goes kind of through like this, so you can see the Hessian on the outside, which I think is fabulous. This has got a lovely rustic feel. This, you can layer up all your elements. This has got cogs and things, a lovely little clock mechanism on the front there, so any of your old watches and things, if you can pick up any of those, that just goes to prove the sort of things you can do with them. Really, really fabulous. This is all, we sell all these. This is all the Andy Skinner cogs and things, and book plates and stuff. So and look how you've got the detail, so it's made to look like a really old hinge going round there. It's just, yeah. Oh, Jan, they are absolutely outstanding, believe me. It's been an absolute joy to look at all of these. And on in the studio, the presenter and the staff were blown away by them. They really were. Right, so what's this one? Okay, now I'm just trying to think who made this one. I think this might be Art Angel again, only because it's got that cotton rag paper in there. So I'm thinking it might be. Do shout if you're there. And again, this has been done where you just, well, you've only got the 3 sets of holes in the small books, which is what this is. But again, you know, you can see how effective this is with this lovely thick paper in there. It's been covered with pattern paper, and essentially you don't even need to use lovely, thank you, Nigel. It's difficult for me to remember every single one. I really should, but it's an old brain. You can effectively not use construction tape at all. If you're using a whole sheet of pattern paper across, you can actually use that to create the join between your spine and your covers. So yeah, that's lovely. And the other thing is, she's created a hole here, which again you can do with a crocodile or something like that, and that's a great way to add, you know, something to bind your book with like that. So perfect, absolutely brilliant. Right, what else? This one. This is Fiona's. I love this. They picked this up on the set, but they didn't open it up, which I thought was a real shame. I just have another slurp of my tea. Bear with me. Because what Fiona's done with this, this, by the way, is literally a hair tie. I think you can get these big bags of them. Morning, Annie. I think you can get big bags of these things in Poundland, and they're useful not only for the binding, but also to make closures like this. Fiona's just punched a central hole like that, and then you can use this in there. If we open this up, what I love about this is she's created this beautiful little sewing book. Isn't it gorgeous? So your first signature contains your needles, your second signature contains your thread, and your third signature contains your buttons. How beautiful is that, isn't it? Just so clever. And can you imagine what a lovely gift that would make if you were making something for certainly for people that like to travel. Just brilliant, love it. And then you can see there in the middle, she's just tied a knot in that. I'll see if I can hold it up to the camera a bit better. She's just tied a knot in that elastic there, and that stops that from going through the hole, and then it can all be bound up. And that's they've just been sewn in with some black thread like that. Okay, so right, that's that one. Now we got these are Julia. I'm pretty sure these are Julia. We've already gone through one of these. They're all fairly similar, but just to show you how beautiful they are. I'll see if I can find the other one. I've got a feeling there was 4. Yes, there was. Let me just show you all of those. I mean, just look at these. They're stunning, absolutely stunning. And all done with this just bits of old paper and what have you. And they really do showcase the little tiny books. This is the A9s. Absolutely lovely. They really are. So that's those. Right. We've got now this one is Art Angel again, I think. This is a good example of not having to use the spines. If you enjoy your book binding, you don't have to use the spines at all. You can still do your decorative sewing as you've got on here. So there, if you Google, you'll probably find lots of videos on how to do this binding. And then again, it just incorporates all of these as your signatures, which of course you can put whatever you like in there, whether it be your pattern papers or what have you. I think when you're doing this kind of binding, you probably need fairly tough paper because you're actually sewing through into it. But isn't that lovely? And just goes to prove that you don't need to use the spines if you don't want to. Just something, just another way of doing it. So that's that one. Right, what else have we got here? Let's get some of these, get some of the little ones out. Right, I think this is Art Angel. It's your signature paper in there again, lovely. And then these have been sewn using all three sets of holes. Again, covered with pattern paper, so just so simple and so effective. And again with that fabulous paper in there, it's just wonderful. Right, and then this I think is Nikki, yes, because I remember the ballet shoes. So any of your moulds and things that you have, any moulds and things you have on there, you can use to stick on the front of your books. You can see that this one has been really beautifully distressed as well. So, oh bless you, Leslie, hello. Yes, you've got your shows on Friday, haven't you? How exciting. I hope it all goes well. Right, so I'll open this up now. In here, well, this is like fabric, so just something else that you can use here. Absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, any offcuts of fabric that you have, this is kind of stiffened, but you know, these books are small enough that you could use certainly any sort of fabric, I would have thought. It's just brilliant, love it. And yeah, that's just beautiful. And again, she's just used the holes top and bottom. Well, she just punched her own holes top and bottom for that. And that's how she's bound that. Really, really lovely. Again, this is Nikki again. And I do love the little decoration on the front. So you can see it's kind of like a buckle that she's put on there, and I love that it's like a kind of raggedy ribbon, which is very nice. Again, just using your little offcuts, using your holes top and bottom, and I like the fact that there is a couple of extra old holes put up there. Whether that was intentional or not, I just love the fact that that's there, because it just makes it look even more old and vintage. So yeah, beautiful. So that's those. Right, what else have we got? Let's go for medium sized. So this is another one by Nikki. Again with the old, I like the old sort of ragtaggy ribbon going around there. The texture on here is incredible. With the grey board you can use pastes. This is, you know, quite thick on here. You can, as I say, you can run it through an embossing folder. You can hit, triple emboss, so you can do your 3 layers of embossing crystals and then stamp into it. There's lots of different things you can do on the grey board. You can also distress the edges. I think this is just the paper that's been distressed on there, but you can carve away the edges of the board and distress it as well. Again, she's just done with the same binding with the 2 holes top and bottom, but again it's just using your offcuts of paper. Very quick, very effective, and it really does give a lovely finished book. Absolutely fabulous. Right, let's have a look at this one. Now, who made this one? Fiona. Right. I thought it might have been Fiona, but I wasn't sure. I'm glad she put a name on it. Right, this is another example of using your moulds that you have. Fiona uses moulds a lot, and she's very, very good with them. Absolutely brilliant. So you can see here, she's just got this long mould here, and she's just stuck that on, and added other decoration here. These letters we do, these words, we've got those on the website, and then inside she's done very neat stitching. You can see now what she has done is she's stitched in such a way. I'm not sure how well you're going to see it because it's black on black, but when I did the stitching on the show, the whole area was covered with thread because I kind of went through twice. You don't need to do that, so I'm not sure how well you can see it, but she's left it so there's no thread in these areas, and it just gives another way of doing your stitching, and that's because she probably hasn't double stitched back. She's just gone through the once. Really, really lovely. And then she's just cut some just lovely cartridge paper and popped that in there, and yeah, that's just all sewn in. Fantastic, absolutely gorgeous book. Yeah, really finished beautifully. Lots and lots of embossing and things on here. So yeah, really, really nice. Fiona's bringing a lot of colour into her work lately, and it really does pop. It's beautiful. Right, so that's that. Right, this one I think is Our Angel, I believe. Right, so this is slightly different type of binding here. This is just elastic. So you've just got elastic there, 3 lots of elastic that have been wrapped round, and literally they just hold your signature in like this. And as you can see, it holds it in perfectly well. It really does. I don't think it's meant to be there. Again, just nicely tied like this. I think what she's done is she's used one piece probably, and it's gone round and done all of the signatures. So 2 of them you haven't got a join, the middle one you have. But again, it doesn't look out of place having that there. It makes it look handmade, which I think is fantastic. So another simple way of binding where you don't have to sew, very effective, and they're held in beautifully. They're not going to move around. So yeah, absolutely gorgeous. I love all this addition of this silver. It's kind of like, what have you used there, Art Angel? I know you're watching. How do you create this? Is it like a silver leaf or something that you've put on there? I mean, it really is beautiful. And you've got that on the back there. Yeah, absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, lovely. And you can use all your pattern papers and things like that. You know, so many things that you can use on there. So that's that one. Right. Right, let's get some of the small ones out again. Got lots of small ones. A few more out. Right, these two definitely were made by Nikki. Again. Yeah, now that's a good point, Art Angel, actually. So the good thing about using the elastic is you can take your signatures out and when they are full and replace them with new ones. So you can get to reuse the cover. Brilliant. Yeah, absolutely brilliant. Oh, it's Cosmic Shimmer Lunar Paste. Okay, so I'll just go back and show everyone again. This is Cosmic Shimmer Lunar Paste. So if you like this effect, which is absolutely fabulous, just Google that. I'm sure you can find somewhere that stocks it. We don't have it, but I'm sure you'll find somewhere that does. Annie, right, the size of that bigger one, this will take A5, so that all the covers are slightly larger than the A size. So when you put in your sheets, you'll have that nice border around the edge. So the largest one is A5, so you can just put A4 sheets straight in there, no cutting. And then we go right the way down through the A sizes down to A9, which are these little tiny ones. And again, it is just a case of folding your A-sized papers down, and it's without any measuring. But of course, in the tiny ones, well, any of them, you can use your odd bits of paper as well. I think the pages look lovely when they're odd. Oh, you've got crushed gilding flakes in. Oh, okay, yeah. Well, that should all stay on the comments. So if anybody needs to know, they can look that up, can't they? That's brilliant. Thank you. So yeah, these ones are by Nikki. She's using all these beautiful little embellishments. They are absolutely stunning. I love these kind of little handle things. I think they're really gorgeous, and they really add to the piece. Let's just open this one up. Again, just scraps of paper, and so don't throw away those scraps, because you can use those for all of these. And again, she's just used her sort of little holes at the top and bottom and bound them through like that. Really, really lovely. This one, actually, she's bound. See, this is the other thing. She's bound them, and then she's actually covered the spine with paper and put some embossing paste or what have you. I think it's paste through a stencil or something. Put that on the top, so you can't actually see the binding from that side, which is fabulous. It's really clever. That's those. Another one here from Art Angel. Again with that signature paper. I love this paper, I really do. Again, it's been covered with your pattern papers and bound. Another beautiful book, absolutely stunning. I do love these little books, they're so cute. So that's that one. Another one from Nikki, again with these beautiful embellishments on here. And I'll just open this up again with using your scraps. So, and she's made again like two little kind of mini books inside that have got your plain paper in. Just lovely. And you can add as many pages as you like to these, because I mean they're quite a good depth. They are quite a good depth for getting plenty of pages in. Another one by Nikki. Again, using some of our minis on there. We do a whole range of minis, which are ideal for these. With your little scraps of paper, just bound with string. Yeah. This paper has been added and it's just been torn and inked, which looks really lovely. That's a really lovely idea, just tearing the edge. It hasn't gone flush, it's sticking out the top, which again adds to the age and the sort of vintage feel of it. So really, really lovely. That's that one. There's another one by Kim. Now, I think, if I remember rightly, he did a tutorial with these hexagons, which will be on our blog. I need to update that and link everything in the group, in the Facebook group, which I will try and do as soon as I can. We're quite busy at the minute. So as soon as I get a chance, I'll do that. You can see here that he's used crackle paste on here. Now this is really thick crackle paste. I'll try and hold it up so you can see. Oh, okay, Kim. Lovely, lovely. Thank you for joining us. Yes, it was, wasn't it, Kim? Thanks for just confirming. It was the Hex Tech Tuesday blog. Yes, I was pretty sure that's what you'd done. If you have a closer look at this crackle, I mean, this has been put on really thick, and it hasn't warped the board at all. It's still really lovely and solid. And that's amazing. You can just, so it just goes to prove the paste and things that you can put on. And then yes, I do check out the blog, because there will be a tutorial on how to do this, which is fantastic. Again, using the Hessian, which I love the look of this. I really do. It's very, very clever. Oh, I love this. Enough said on the back. Brilliant. Yeah, absolutely brilliant. So yeah, so do check that one out. Right, what else have we got here? This is right, this is another one by Julia, but similar to the other sized one that she did, but this is a pair of them. Julia did, I think, made all the books, which was absolutely lovely, absolutely stunning. So again, just simply put in, the signatures are simply put in, but it's still very solid and firm, you know. And I love this lacy detail on the spine. Yeah, brilliant. Right. Was that a Lindsay Mason stamp on the back of Kim's book? I don't know, but Kim will know. So perhaps Kim can confirm. You're meaning this one, I presume, Kim. Lots of Kims. So yeah, maybe Kim can confirm that for us. Right. What else have we got? Okay, now I would guess this is. Oh no, it's Art Angel again, actually. I think, because it's got that lovely paper in there. Right, this is a different way of doing it. Oh, thanks, Kim. So again, it's got this lovely paper, and similar to what Fiona did in the first book, you've got this concertina effect here. Okay, but what Art Angel has done is she's just put one on each side of the book, like that, and that's lovely. So when the book's closed, it does look beautiful from the top there, and then it just comes out and you've got this lovely concertina effect coming out each side. Central hole with a bit of cotton, or thick cotton, or something, or ribbon, and then you can literally just wrap that round to close that if you want to. Another example of a mould on the top just gives it that lovely, to me it's kind of oriental. That's the kind of feel I get from it. I think it's beautiful. Bit of additional string wrap round there, which has been hidden behind where you put your page in, so you're only actually seeing it from the front. So brilliant. Right, so what have we got now? This one, I've got to remember who made this one. And I can't remember. Oh, actually, I'm thinking maybe Archangel, was that you again? Just give me a shout. I'm only thinking because of what's on it. And I'll just have another slurp of tea. Thank you. Yeah, I thought it was because it's got this lovely textured paste on it again, so I guessed it was you. Right, so now this is a very clever way of putting your ribbon on to close your book. It's been threaded through the stitching, so that's a really lovely way of doing it, and that means that you can close your book and seal it. I love the ribbon actually, and also just to add the little bit of ribbon top and bottom is beautiful. Again, it's not using construction tape, so if we look inside, it's a piece of fabric there which is holding it all together. Oh, okay. Kim, the girl stamp is by Daniel Torrente. Oh yeah, that, yes, I know, that was all when he used to do stuff for Stampatique, didn't he, if I remember rightly. And then Enough Said, Danielle Johnson. Okay. Oh, hi Emma. Right, so yeah, so you don't need to use your construction tape. You can use your thick fabrics like this, and that will bind your book as well. And then even using the fabric, you can still stitch through to bind your signatures. Okay, so yeah, another way. You don't. It just goes to prove you don't have to have construction tape, and you can still make a very, very beautiful book. All right, so there's a few ideas for you there. This is lovely thick paste on here. There's no warping on the board at all, so it's taken it very well, which I knew it would. And absolutely beautiful, very, very beautiful book. Okay, so that's that one. Right, then we've got, I think this is probably Archangel again, because it looks similar in the decoration. So again, it looks like you've probably put a whole piece of paper on there, but then the actual paste has gone right round the spine, and that is just so effective. I love that. Is it a flexible paste that you've used for you to be able to achieve that? I've not tried to put paste around a spine, so I wouldn't know, but that is just beautiful. And then you've got this lovely sort of detail going across. Again, it goes to prove that if that's a pattern paper there, then you can do stuff over the top of your pattern papers, adding this kind of decoration, which is absolutely lovely. And then the binding, we've got so we've got this cord that's been wrapped round to hold the signatures in, and then it's all been held together by this lovely sort of like rope detail on the back, and that's just added that little bit of extra to it. So yeah, really love that. Really, really nice. Yeah, beautiful. Right, let's see, we're nearly there. Let's get right. So yeah, another one by Archangel here. You worked so hard, didn't you? Bless you. Again with that same Stamperia cream paste. very flexible, brilliant. So if anybody likes the look of that and wants to try and put some of the paste over the spine like that sample, then that's what you need to look out for, Stamperia cream paste. Okay, I'm sure if you Google it you'll find stockists of that. We don't have it here. Right, so now this is an interesting one. So again, you've got your concertina shape here of your page that okay, thanks Margaret. You've got your concertina shape page there, which is fabulous. That's nice and easy to do, but Art Angel has actually put some binding in, so she's utilised the holes here, and it just gives it a lovely oh bless you Leslie. I tell you what, they are amazing. They are amazing examples, they really are. It just adds this nice little detail. So you're not using it for the signatures, you're just using the holes for decoration, and I think that's lovely. That's just really, really clever and lovely. A hole each side to hold your closing piece of thread, so you can just tie that up. Easy to, as I said before, easy to punch your hole. So again, really, really lovely way of doing it. So that's that. Art Angel again, I think, for this one. Again, with using the pattern papers and that signature paper in there again, which I think has displayed it so well. So yeah, very similar to the other ones that you've done, but they're very all beautiful, and I think that when they're all together they just look amazing, absolutely amazing. Right, another one by Nikki, I'm guessing, because it's got, see, look at this on here, look, I just love it. Open that up again, just literally no sewing per se, it's just using holes top and bottom in the spines. And in fact, again, Nikki I think has punched her own holes, because I think she purposely wants them to look sort of wibbly wobbly and old, which is great, absolutely great, really adds to it. Again, all the edges distressed. Yeah, that's it, Art Angel, isn't it, really? At the end of the day, I probably should have got all 4 of them out together, really, like I did with Julia's. But yeah, a set of 4 of them, because when you buy the kit, you get 4 of the mini books in there, you know, the A9s anyway, and it would make a lovely gift, there's no doubt about it. I think they all would, actually, to be fair. Yeah, that's that one. Right, this is another one by Nikki. Let me just, oh, it's stuck to that one. That's it. Again, with the most beautiful mould on the front here. It's just stunning. I'll try and hold that up so you can see that. I mean, you know, you'd think that it would add too much weight and what have you, but not at all. It really doesn't. It's just perfect. And then I love the fact that she's put this, attached these in with rope, like bits of thin sort of string, if you like, in her usual fashion. But then what she's done, oh bless you, Coral. Is it because your time difference? What she's done here, I will do, Jan. I will take a drink in a minute. Does it sound like I'm starting to lose my voice? What she's done here is she's just wrapped a little bunch of ribbon in and threaded them through those 2 holes, and that just, I mean, that just sits there like that beautifully. How lovely is that? I love it. Just so clever. Again, the different sized papers. Oh, thank you, Maxine. Thank you so much. I'll tell you what, I've got the best design team. I really have. Oh, it was Coral, was it? Oh, never mind. Never mind, my love. yeah, so all different size pages here, which I just love that idea. I really do, the different size pages. Another beautiful sample. Right, we've got a couple left to go. This is another one by Art Angel. Yes, tell by the paper. Right, now this is doing it a different way. So you've got the concertina effect, but rather than it going out the way it was before, it sort of goes up and down. So again, I mean, that's a lovely way to because you can just flip your paper over like this. Love that. Really, really lovely. And then again, using the spine to add some detail, wrap around some nice gold thread, and then add beads. Absolutely add beads to the ends of it, and that just creates something else very special. So that's yet another idea for you when you're binding your books. And then the last one I want to show you is one that Art Angel did, which when I saw it, I just thought, how clever are you? You really think out of the box. Now this, this is not one book. So you've got the cover of one size, you're using 2 spines, and you've got 2 covers of another size. And what she's done here is she's created like a kind of an open out sort of box to keep the paper in, so you can just get your paper out as and when you need it. Punched holes down the sides here and there, and then just bound it with ribbon, so that just keeps the bottom half of that complete, and then the top half comes down and keeps everything in place. Should go back in, yeah, like this. I mean, it's just so clever and so pretty. Such a unique, clever idea. So I absolutely love it. So again, you don't have to make books. You can make things like this, which I just think is wonderful. I think that's caught on there. That's why that's not going. That's it. That's going back down now. So yeah, that's that one. So obviously I will keep. Let's come off. I'll pop that back. I will obviously keep this live in the group. I might even try and download it and then upload it to YouTube, so it's there as well. I'll have a go at that. And then it's 2 A7s, is it? So have you actually joined 2 A7s on the back to make the bigger panel? I'm just trying to feel it. You might have done, but it feels very solid. So yeah, it's brilliant, but so clever. So that, I think that about pretty much concludes all of the samples. I hope I've got everybody's, bless you, thank you. I think I've got everybody's names right when I'm with the samples. I hope I haven't got anybody wrong, but it's a massive thank you to the team. The samples were all gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. I will pop a link up to the books, so if you want to purchase those from us you can, or they're still available on Create and Craft, so you can get them from there. The accessory kit with the construction tape is only available on Create and Craft at the minute. I'm going to try and put together some kind of little kit, if it's not the same, slightly different, to put on our website, but it's not there at the minute. We have been really super busy actually, so I've not had a lot of time to do it, but I will get onto it when we've got a bit of a pile of orders to get through that have come in over the last couple of days, so I need to just get those done. But the books I'll pop a link on, so you can find those if you want them. But I mean, it really is super value for money. It works out not much different to £1 a book, so really super value for money. And then don't forget those offcuts as well while you're shopping, because they're very useful, so add them into your baskets. So a very last thank you to the design team, and thank you for everybody who has popped in and has watched. Really lovely to see you all. And we're not going to be on the TV again for a little while. We normally try and go on once a quarter, but obviously I'll let you know. Oh, and one last thing, you might have seen a post that I popped up this morning. We are going to be doing a few little tiny weeny workshops here in Norfolk. I'm struggling to get a venue for a bigger workshop at the minute, so we'll be doing them at the headquarters here, and literally the classes will only be 4 or 5 people at a time, but you will see details of that come up as and when I've got them. So thanks everybody, and I shall see you all again soon. Thank you very much. Bye for now.